Do you know what your credit score is and why it's important? Sometimes we hear these terms thrown around without really understanding what they mean. So, let's break it down. A credit score is a numerical expression, a kind of financial report card, if you will, based on a detailed analysis of your credit files. Essentially, it's a number that tells lenders, landlords, and even potential employers how trustworthy you are when it comes to financial obligations. It's an indicator of your creditworthiness. Think of it as a trust meter. A high score means you're low risk. You've shown that you can handle your finances responsibly. On the other hand, a low score might signal to others that giving you credit, or entrusting you with responsibilities, might be a bit of a gamble. So, understanding your credit score isn't just for when you want to borrow money, it impacts your life in many other ways too. But what exactly makes up this so-called credit score, you may wonder? Well, it's not as nebulous as it might seem. Your credit score is a calculated figure reflecting your creditworthiness based on several key factors. Let's break these down. First up is your payment history. This is the most influential factor, making up about 35% of your credit score. It's pretty straightforward. Lenders want to know if you've been reliable with your past credit. Have you been paying your bills on time, or are you habitually late? Remember, consistency is key. Next is the credit utilization ratio, contributing approximately 30% to your score. This is the ratio of your outstanding credit card balances to your credit card limits. The lower this ratio, the better. High utilization can indicate to lenders that you're over-reliant on credit, which could be a red flag. Then we have the length of your credit history, accounting for about 15% of your score. The longer you've been using credit responsibly, the better it is for your score. It gives lenders a longer track record to consider when determining your credit worthiness. Fourthly, we've got new credit, which makes up around 10% of your score. This refers to how many new accounts you've opened or applied for recently. Opening too many accounts in a short period can be risky, as it might suggest financial desperation or instability. Lastly, there's your credit mix, also contributing about 10%. This refers to the various types of credit you have, like credit cards, mortgages, or auto loans. A diverse mix can show lenders that you can handle different types of credit responsibly. So to sum it all up, your credit score is a calculated reflection of your financial habits. It's based on your payment history, credit utilization ratio, length of credit history, new credit, and credit mix. It's not just a random number, but a snapshot of your financial behavior. So your credit score is not a random number, it's a reflection of your financial habits. Remember this, and you're well on your way to understanding the credit world. What happens if your credit score is not up to par? Well, a low credit score can cast a long shadow over your financial life. It's like a bad reference that follows you everywhere you go. When you apply for loans, lenders may give you the side eye, offering you higher interest rates, or worse, denying your application outright. But it's not just about borrowing money. A low credit score can also make it tough to rent a decent apartment. Landlords, you see, often check credit scores to gauge if you'll be a reliable tenant. And here's a kicker, even some employers might peek at your credit score when you're applying for a job, especially if the position involves financial responsibilities. So yes, a low credit score can make life a bit more difficult, but the good news is, it's not permanent. Tune into our next scene to discover how you can turn that frown upside down by improving your credit score. So, how can you boost that credit score? Well, there are several key steps to consider, and they all revolve around responsible financial behavior. First and foremost, it's crucial to pay your bills on time. This includes everything from your rent or mortgage to utility bills and especially your credit card bills. Late or missed payments can have a detrimental impact on your credit score. So set up automatic payments or reminders if you need to. It's simple, but a powerful way to show lenders you're reliable. Reducing your outstanding debt is another essential step. High balances on credit cards can suggest to lenders that you're overextended and may struggle to make payments. Aim to keep your credit utilization ratio, which is the amount of your credit card balance compared to your credit limit, below 30%. This sends a positive signal that you're managing your debt well. Now you might think that closing old credit cards would be a good idea, but hold off on that. Those old cards, especially ones with a long payment history, can actually contribute positively to your credit score. They show a longer credit history and lower overall credit utilization. So, unless there's a compelling reason like high fees, keep them open. Diversifying your credit mix can also be beneficial. This isn't to say you should rush out and open several different types of credit accounts all at once. Rather, over time, having a mix of credit types, such as a mortgage, auto loan, and credit cards, can show lenders you can handle different types of credit responsibly. Remember, improving your credit score isn't about quick fixes or shortcuts. It's about consistency in demonstrating responsible financial behavior over time. It's about showing lenders you're trustworthy and reliable. It's a journey that requires patience, discipline, and a commitment to good financial habits. Improving your credit score is not a quick fix, it's a journey. But with the right steps, you'll get there. To wrap it all up, we've journeyed through the labyrinth of credit scores, from understanding what they are to breaking down how they're calculated. We've also delved into the consequences of a low credit score and explored practical steps to improve it. Let's remember, a credit score is a mathematical representation of your financial credibility. It's influenced by your payment history, debt level, length of credit history, types of credit, and new credit inquiries. A low score could mean higher interest rates or even loan rejections, but don't fret. You can improve your score by consistently paying your bills on time, keeping your credit utilization low, and refraining from unnecessary borrowing. It's about taking control of your financial health, one step at a time. Remember, your credit score is more than just a number. It's a measure of your financial trustworthiness, so keep it healthy.